Hey, Brad, I heard you mention on your recent podcast that, you guys were talking about Kaleidoscape and how you've been using Plex, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of talking about the differences. And you mentioned at the beginning that your system is like around the, $10,000 range, and these guys may have like hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
right? And so I
Yeah.
think you and I are more similar in that aspect where I get to review some more expensive stuff, but I gravitate towards the less expensive stuff because I think, it's a good entry point, right? I don't think a lot of people are going to just go into it and start spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's, even tens of thousands, even a lot to people,
Yeah, no, for sure.
I like the
Yeah.
less expensive stuff. Yeah. What is your system? What does it consist of?
Oh man, I don't even want to say. I don't even want to say. No,
Why?
so it's
Like Radio
I
Shack,
bet mine's less expensive.
realistic process.
realistic. So these are. So I'll start with the speakers themselves, which are entry level. I just want to stress that they are the Pioneer Andrew Jones speakers.
Oh,
Hey.
which ones?
The FS52.
Dude, those are some of my favorite speakers ever.
Yeah.
Hey, how do we kick him off the chat with speakers that are that bad? He's not worthy.
I mean, you can,
I
but
don't even have
you
speakers
know.
right now. I'm just kidding.
Oh no,
I love
you're
those.
good, man. You're good. No, I'm all for you say whatever you want. I can take it. No, so those I've had those for years, just because they're cheap and inexpensive, and they're great, in my opinion, just as kind of like a great starting point for people, and they're not very harsh, which I don't really like harsh sounding stuff. But then I have 4 SVS subwoofers that have 2 PB 2000 Pros. I'm actually reviewing the PB 3000s right now. And then I have 2 PB 1000 Pros behind the seats in like a far field, near field setup with a mini DSP 2x4 HD. And then I have a Denon X2300W. That's probably the next thing that I'm going to upgrade just because I want HDMI 2.1.
Dude, I got like
Love.
7 AVRs, dude. Hit me up, dude. I'll send you one of these fucking things.
All right, yeah. I will. We'll talk after. We'll talk after. And then for Blu-ray, I don't remember what the Blu-ray player is. It's a LG UB57 something. I don't know. It's a 4K player, and then LG C1 OLED it's a 77-inch for my main display.
All right.
And then
all right.
yeah, and then the
All
ceiling
good,
speakers
solid choices,
are,
though.
are Aperion Audio Clearest 6Cs in ceiling. I put it in drop ceiling, so I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of different in ceiling speakers to kind of see like what sounds good. But yeah, and then all the console, like the PS5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, and that's pretty much. Oh, Apple TV. I don't know if you want everything. Apple TV, Nvidia Shield.
Okay, you went both routes. All right.
both,
Same here.
The Nvidia Shield is strictly for Plex only. It's.
Okay.
I will die on this hill. It's an awful streaming box. The Apple 4K TV.
Joe. Sorry,
is,
Joe.
What is
the Nvidia Shield for Disney Plus, Netflix. I'm Apple 4K TV all the way. It's what it is. It's the auto refresh rate switching. The lack of it on the Nvidia Shield for those types of apps. I just don't want to deal with it.
I have both, Shauna. So
Yeah.
I got both. I got 2 Apple
Options are
TVs,
always good.
and I got a
I'm just
Shield
messing with Joe.
and the
'cause
Shield Pro.
He's always
Come on,
saying
bro.
that the Shield is the best streamer. So
I've got the older Shield.
Well, for Plex, specific for Plex.
Although I have to say, if you're watching anything on Hulu, that AI upscaling, it's pretty awesome.
It does a pretty good job. Yeah, especially for like on your Plex server, if you have like some SDR stuff, like I have Gravity, the Diamond Lux Edition ripped onto that, which that's like one of my go-to Atmos demo discs. It's great for that. I find it depending on the source material, it can either look great or it can just look like crap.
Doo-doo.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's interesting because those FS52 speakers were some of my favorites. At the time, I think I forgot, I think maybe 2 of them for $119. Something ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
So
they were cheap.
at one point, I had like 4 of them, 4 floor standing ones, just because they're so inexpensive. I'm like, if I have to give these away to somebody, it's just a nice, some nice speakers.
Yeah, for sure.
They're kind of magical, those speakers, but they're a little bit kind of dark in some way. They're kind of weird. They're kind of weird.
Yeah, and then
weird,
their bass response isn't the best either in my room, at least. So
Yeah.
I crossed them over
Yeah.
kind of high.
It just dawned on me,
That
bro.
price though.
You do. You say they're magical. You do a giveaway. Somebody orders magic beans. You give them some magic speakers, right? Boom.
Actually,
right there.
they
marketing
they
wheels
burned
are
in the
turning.
storage fires. They burned in the storage fire, so there ain't nobody getting anything. So
Your beans?
yeah,
No,
well,
the speakers, dude. Speakers.
they don't burn beans.
That's baked beans.
So
After every Monday podcast, we have an after show. If you're interested in joining us, go to patreon.com/daily HiFi.